Do you think that hopelessness and just a kind of attitude of apathy are a concern?
I think they are. Apathy is apathe, without feeling. So when we don't love something, then we don't act for it. So one of the best things we can do is get outside, fall in love with the natural world, and get that closeness, because when we love something, then we will care for it. So we need love and we need hope, and those two things are really powerful when they're brought together.
So Ruth, in part 1, we looked at the why and the biblical mandate. Now for part 2, I'd like to talk about the how and what that actually looks like. So in your book, Just Living, you challenge readers to change their consumer habits. Can you talk a bit about some of the personal changes you've made?
Yeah, I think it's probably worth me saying to begin with that just the acknowledgement that we live in a highly consumer-focused society that is causing huge problems both for people and planet. Now that doesn't mean that I'm against consumerism. We all need to consume to some level in order to survive, but it's the high consumerism that's really causing us problems. And so I would really encourage people watching this just to be thinking about how much do they buy, how much energy do they consume, what kind of resources are they using up. And those were the sorts of questions that I started asking myself. And I realised when I did the kind of lifestyle ecological questionnaires, I realised that I was consuming far more than my fair share of the world's resources. So I started taking some steps to try to consume less.
And I suppose thinking about things in your bathroom, they're small changes to change from just a pump soap to a hand soap or to shower bars, a shampoo bars.
Yeah.
So actually it's a kind of less scary thing to change. And actually I suppose it helps to build in confidence of thinking that you're going on the right path.
Yeah, really manageable changes. And one of my mottos that I live by is many little steps in the right direction. And if we all take lots of little steps, those little steps will build up into something big. So we talked earlier about the biblical theology stuff, but actually none of that counts for anything if we don't live it out in our own lives.
Yeah.
And these are just some examples of really simple things that we can do. And they do add up. Each person can do something, and together that adds up to making a difference.